How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Fordham Firesides. As always, I'm your host, Hank Michaels. This is episode 19. We're almost at 20. Pretty exciting stuff. Today I'm here with Tyler Benedict. Tyler, how you doing?
Hank, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great.
Thanks for having me on, man. It's been a long journey. I know I've been following for a while here, and now, being a guest on your show is something I take as a little bit of pride and a little bit of privilege. So thank you for having me.
Of course, man. I'm glad you got to come on. So a lot of people call you Benny. Is that right?
That's right.
Is that based off your last name then?
That is, yeah. It came freshman year from some guys I used to live with in Jogues, Martyrs Court Jogues. And I'm not a science major, so I don't know how I ended up there. But
Were you basement?
I was basement.
Okay.
The basement boys.
Yeah, Tyler Ufer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ufer,
Shout
Cole.
out to my man.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, we started there, and that's where the name kind of came from.
Hey, I'm here in the middle of the street just letting you know that this episode is sponsored by Blue Goose Tavern, the absolute best bar in the Bronx. So make sure you are there for all your Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night needs.
So tell me about yourself. Where are you from originally?
Yeah, so I was born in Chicago, but early on my dad had to transfer jobs, and so we came to New Jersey, and been there ever since. I think I was 1 year old maybe when I came to New Jersey, and grew up there. Went to high school, Bergen Catholic, a private boys' school up in North Jersey.
Sure.
I live in Wyckoff, bounced around between Glen Rock. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the North Jersey, Bergen County area.
Yeah, I'm not, but some people definitely are.
Yeah. So, grown up there for most of my life, and now I'm at Fordham. So.
Nice. So, what made you want to come to Fordham?
Yeah, so it's funny to see. I mentioned Bergen Catholic a little bit just now, but Bergen Catholic's kind of a feeder for Fordham, and so it was one of the main options for me, even looking at some colleges my freshman sophomore year of high school. And it's once I visited, it was really a good fit. It was kind of like one of the pieces to a puzzle almost.
Sure.
And been happy here ever since, so it's been fun.
Yeah. So I understand that you've done some interesting internships.
I have.
In the city, yeah, correct?
Yeah. So I originally worked at the Fordham marketing department.
Really?
I kind of started off the internships, and I'm very thankful for having that opportunity. But I kind of transitioned to what I would think is a better opportunity for me over at the music streaming service called Spotify.
Oh, I might have heard of it.
Well, if you haven't, then Spotify, based in Sweden, but they have their biggest North America office in New York, right on 18th Street. So
I had no idea they're from Sweden.
Yeah, Swedish-based company. Yeah.
Cool.
IKEA and Spotify, the two big companies from Sweden. So worked there for a while. I actually ended pretty recently. Had a good, I guess, year run there, and now I'm kind of transitioning over to work at a digital ad agency called Omnicom.
Okay.
And so, I'm into sales, and, it doesn't kind of work. It's a little bit bizarre because my major is accounting and finance, and I'm working with sales. And so, kind of just trying to diversify myself a little bit kind of give myself a broader understanding of the business world.
Is that what drew you to Spotify then in the first place? It's just like to have maybe a different perspective at the business world from a place that's not like strictly business oriented?
Well, it's a good point. I didn't, I haven't really thought of it that way, but, I did learn a lot of things that kind of have, like I said, broadened my understanding for, all different aspects of business.
Okay.
But, Spotify, what I really believe, and I believed this before I worked at Spotify, is that, music makes every situation better.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And so, you put music into a situation, for example, when you're working out, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who wants to work out without music, right?
Yeah, boring.
Yeah, exactly. If you're having a bad day, music can just, make it better. And so people kind of escape with music.
Oh, yeah.
They solve a lot of problems, and, it will just make people smile, make people laugh.
Yeah.
And, that's something that I really enjoy. It's really helped me through a lot of things. And so, being in a music industry is really, just given me, like I said, some more understanding on the business world. Mm-hmm. But it's also kind of a passion that I have. And so, kind of finding that middle ground was something that was important to me.
Yeah. There's definitely not a lot of things that I do without music. I go to sleep with headphones on every night. That's why I've invested all that in that record collection over there.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah. That's a pretty awesome
big music guy, but I'm sure it's like awesome to work in the industry. So what did they have you doing there, like as an intern?
Yeah, so I it was a kind of a bumpy ride for me, to say the least. I started actually filing papers in the filing room.
Really?
And so I have some great stories through that, but I dropped a presentation actually on the ground one day, and I was looking through it, and there was an accounting error on the presentation, and so I circled it. I gave it to my boss, who is, who the boss of a filing guy isn't really that big of a deal. And so, gave it to my boss, and he sent me up for an interview. I think I did pretty well, and that's kind of where the path led me. So,
that's awesome.
I was working a lot with obviously the sales team because I was a sales intern, and we were working with a lot of sales projections, making pitches, and then kind of helping execute those pitches.
Sure. What are sales for Spotify?
What do you? Oh, the ad sales. I'm sorry.
Oh, ad sales.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we sell the ads. The people that I talk to don't like me too much if they don't, if they don't have the premium version.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what we were selling. So, and we've seen a pretty steady increase in growth year over year. I think we're at about 40% year over year growth right now, which we're pretty happy about. So
yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, it's been a fun time though.
Do you I don't know if you ever dealt with this, but how did Spotify deal with the competition, like the rising competition of Apple Music and other services?
Right, and so Apple Music and Spotify, they're very similar, but they also differ a lot in
sure.
how they kind of present themselves.
Mm-hmm. Very different layout.
Right, and so you look at Apple Music, and their entire company is United States. Primarily, that's not true. The entire company isn't the United States, but most of their revenues are from the United States. Spotify is a way more global, and we just a bigger company as far as a world perspective is looked at.
Sure.
And so you can see that maybe at college here it's like half and half Apple Music, Spotify usage. But let's say you go to Germany.
Yeah.
Spotify is dominant in Germany. Spotify is dominant in Italy. Spotify is dominant basically all over the world.
Yeah.
And we have a pretty big presence here in the United States too.
Okay.
So we've been trying to push a more global understanding and a more global view on how we're going to raise revenues and how the ad sales team really works.
Yeah.
And so that's how we're kind of trying to deal with competition is not focus just primarily on growing our United States business, but instead growing our more global business.
Yeah, true. And I feel like Apple always has like a leg up like every time they like dive into something. So it's good to probably, be a few steps ahead of them with a global approach, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
They have the money. So that's all that it comes down to.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So tell me about Omnicom.
Omnicom.
No, sorry.
No, don't worry about it. So yeah, Omnicom is it's basically a holding company for a lot of smaller companies that primarily sells ads for some parts of it are a sales house, which is basically companies come to us and we sell their ad slots for them.
Sure.
And we're also working with specific companies and partnering with them somewhat. I guess we bought a few companies that we've tried to kind of build as well. Okay. And so it's primarily an ad sales company that it's fun. It's been fun so far. I just started a few weeks ago. I'm actually going back. I'm going to London in the spring, and so I'm going to work back with Spotify in London.
Oh really?
In the spring, and so I'm excited, but just trying to get my toes wet here.
Sure.
Because I'm working there in the summer in Omnicom, so
okay, cool.
Trying to get a little bit of familiarity with it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. You kind of like can work both places like at separate times.
Yeah. They have to mutually exclusive though.
Yeah.
Can't be doing both at the same time. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. So will London be your like last hurrah with Spotify?
It will. Yes. Yeah. I'm done after London with Spotify. I'm done. Okay. So I was lucky enough to set that up before I decided to stop working there.
Sure.
Pretty recently. So I still have another shot there just because I'm pretty familiar with the product and I kind of know my way around how things work there. So I'm just excited to see what comes with a different environment, a different working environment in a different country. So do
you know where they're based out of in London? Like what part?
Not yet. I don't. I should know that, but I don't know that yet. Yeah. And Spotify, I got to give them credit. They've taught me a lot. The one thing that's stayed consistent with me, I guess would be the word, is, you know, having that kind of empathy and that kindness to other people. And, you know, you don't find that often in business, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no.
I mean, a lot of companies and a lot of just people are kind of, you know, cutthroat. This is what I want to do. And, you know, nobody's going to stop me. And, you know, I mean, Spotify has really helped me understand that there, you know, business is more than just making money. You know, business is more than, you know, just producing numbers. It's done something for me that, you know, I wouldn't have been able to experience if I didn't work there. So, and, you know, obviously growing up, I didn't have much money when I was a kid. And so, you know, that's kind of given me, I think, a step ahead here. And, you know, just looking at the world in a different way from a business perspective has been great.
That's great.
Yeah.
So I understand you do some charity work as well.
Yeah. And, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. Me and my family really work very closely with a foundation called Taylor's Gift.
Okay.
And so, you know, Taylor's Gift is, it's primarily focused on raising awareness for organ donation. And so, you know, our family friends, I guess 10 years ago, they live in Coppell, Texas, which is, you know, pretty close to Dallas. And they went on a ski trip, and I think they went to Colorado. And the father's name is Todd, and the daughter was Taylor. Okay. And so they were going down a slope, and Taylor caught an edge, and she was wearing everything protective that she could, but, you know, what can you do when there's a massive tree on the side of the slopes? And so she went straight into the tree, and she died on impact. And so Todd, seeing this happen right in front of him, had to make the choice of, what do I do now? And so he donated Taylor's organs to 5 different people, in which, you know, that gave them a new life, and 4 of them are still with us today. And so, you know, I do a lot of charity work with them just because, you know, obviously they were family friends to start, but, you know, that kindness, that idea of kindness is, you know, kind of been implemented in me since I was a young kid. And, you know, trying to give back however I can has been something that I've prided myself on.
That's really great. So what kind of work do you do specifically with the charity then?
Well, so one thing that I wear a lot is this Taylor's Gift bracelet. I've worn it for about 3 years in a row. I never take it off. So, but yeah, we're trying to raise money for, you know, just a lot of research and how the process can be done more efficiently. Is one way that we're doing it. My dad is on the board of directors for the foundation. Okay. We go to all the galas. We head down to Texas twice a year for you know, the balls and everything. Yeah. And so, you know, we try and stay as active as we can. It's difficult being, you know, Dallas based and us, you know, living up here.
They don't have a branch up here or anything?
No, they don't. So, you know, like I said, it's been difficult. Sure. Kind of being more active than we are already. But, you know, we're doing everything that we can, I think, you know, in our power here to kind of benefit the organization as much as we can. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been fun, though. They do great work. So,
yeah, that's really cool. I know, like, does that connect in any way to like the back of the driver's license? Check this for organ donation. Like, of course. That's like what I think of when I think of like being an organ donor.
Totally. Are you an organ donor?
I don't know. I just got my new license. I don't think I've checked the box
yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey man, if you're not, just, you know, go check taylorsgift.org. It's a place where you can learn a lot, and also, you know, taylorsgift.org. Yeah, that's right.
Everyone check it out.
You know, if you're not an organ donor, just be curious and just see what it's all about.
Yeah, sounds like you can do some good. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Save some people's lives. Yeah, exactly. So
nice.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on?
Not much, man. I have a lot of family. Like I was mentioning, they're not my family specifically, but I have a lot of family down in Texas. Yeah. So Houston specifically, I'm a Houston Texans fan by heart. Yeah. You know, we've had a good run here, 8 in a row. Yeah. 8 wins in a row, so it's been pretty good after starting off 0-3. Oh yeah. So I'm pretty happy about that. You know, I mean, weather here is terrible. Right now, this is crazy.
It's cold. It's raining sometimes. Don't like it.
It's just terrible. Like I'm never like I walk out my door in a sweatshirt. I go right back in and get you know everything I can to you know warm up a little bit. So the wind too in New York City, crazy dude. So yeah, I mean that's been an issue for me, but you know, just prepping for London here a little bit.
I got to say that weather there is not that much better.
Where?
In London.
Oh, I know, dude. I know.
I was there last spring, and it was just. I mean, there was some snow at first, but it was just mostly a lot of rain. and it wasn't until like the last couple weeks where it was like shorts weather.
Yeah, totally, dude.
It wasn't miserable, but it was just never like great weather.
Yeah, well, I heard in the spring it's better than the fall, though. That's what I was told. I don't know if that's true or not.
Maybe.
That's why
I haven't been there in the fall. I've just been there in the spring,
right.
And then over the summer in like the past. But it's great going abroad. Like, what are you like most looking forward to there?
Dude, I'm excited to just explore different cities, man.
Oh yeah.
I haven't, I played soccer in high school. I played at Bergen Catholic, and we made trips. My freshman year, we went to Holland, and then my senior year, we went to Portugal. Okay. So I've kind of, I have some familiarity with the European kind of, vibe almost, I guess would be the word.
Yeah.
But, it's just exciting to see, different people, different cultures, and, just kind of gain a better understanding of what these people are like.
Portugal's really cool. Actually, I went there for my spring break last year when I was abroad. We went to Barcelona first, and then for like the last 2 nights, we went to Lisbon.
Okay.
And the day we got in, we went out, we explored the city. We found this like food court that might have been like owned by like Time, like as in the magazine. So it's probably like the most touristy, like least cultural place there. But the food court was amazing. They had all this good food, and there was like some Wagyu beef sandwich that looked and smelled amazing. And I ordered it. I took one bite out of it, like started choking on my food. It was miserable.
God. Dude,
and
what?
I didn't get to finish the sandwich. It was awful. So I went to bed that night feeling better. Woke up middle of the night and I was sick. And I spent my entire like full day in Lisbon just like sick in bed, miserable. Like I was so out of it. I don't know if I got food poisoning. I don't know if I got like some virus or something. My friend Nick also was sick that day too. So I'm not sure if it was like, I don't know. Stay away from that food court, maybe.
Just okay, so you don't want me to go to the food court. Yeah. I'll be sure not to hit that, man. But we're going to be going to Porto, I think, in Portugal, so a little bit more south. But, dude, that sounds so bad. I will not be at that food court.
It was miserable. But Lisbon is beautiful, though. It's so cool. They have a Jesus statue that's similar to the one in Rio.
Oh, okay.
That looks really cool. We went and visit that. Like we went up to the top and saw that. That was so cool.
Okay. Did you go to the soccer? I think there's a soccer stadium there, right? Because Lisbon's a soccer team. I just don't know.
Yeah, they. I don't know if I don't follow soccer too much, but there's like that one like guy that everyone says is like a legend, and he had like a restaurant there that we walked past and stuff.
Please don't tell me you're talking about Ronaldo and you don't know who that is.
Yeah, it might be who.
Oh, Hank, you're killing me, man. That's crazy. Yeah, no, he's from Portugal though. Yeah, so that would make sense. Okay. I think. Yeah. So that's awesome though. You didn't go in?
No, it was probably really expensive and no one wanted to spend that much money.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's definitely who it is. At least I like recognized the name when I heard it, but
Well, I hope so. He's probably one of the best of all time, man.
That's what I hear. I do not follow soccer whatsoever. I just could not care. I mean, if people do, that's awesome, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, dude, I'm the same way with tennis. Like, I just can't get into that. I just can't get into that.
I don't really follow that either. I like playing tennis, so.
Okay. You got the long arms, man. Yeah. You could reach anything.
Yeah, I played in high school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then I have played tennis literally 2 or 3 times since then.
Okay.
So I've completely fallen off, but yeah, I was pretty into it in the past.
That's awesome, man. That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, fun fact.
There you go. Hank's podcast. I just discovered a fun fact for everybody, so.
Yeah. So where else are you excited about going to?
I want to go. Our trip is actually to Rome. Our class trip is to Rome.
I love Rome.
I'm excited to see Rome. I want to go to Stockholm in Sweden. I want to go to Berlin.
Mm-hmm. That's where we went for my class trip because I'm Rose Hill. Okay. So they took us to Berlin while the Gabelli kids went to Rome. But I went to Rome a separate time with my family, and that was like my favorite place in Europe.
What'd you hit there? Where'd you go?
Colosseum. The Forum was awesome. That's like, I don't know. It's like the old like city center, and it was like all ruins there. Like the crazy thing about Rome that I did not realize whatsoever is that everywhere you go, it's just like there's like ruins from ancient Rome. Like I thought I'd just be in a couple of places, but it's literally like integrated with the city. Like
wow.
You can't see like ancient Roman stuff, or you can't go anywhere without seeing ancient Roman stuff, and it's like breathtaking.
That's incredible.
I just thought it was so cool. Like I did not expect that, and I don't know.
What's the Colosseum like? Because I mean the pictures look incredible, but I don't know what like in person like what's it like? I know it's all marble, right?
Yeah.
Is it marble?
I think so. I don't know. I didn't like pay that close attention to the tour guide. I was just like looking at it. It's really cool. It's like it's probably what you'd expect from pictures, but it's like right in the city. For some reason I expected it to be like further outside or kind of like by itself, but there's like tall buildings or reasonably tall buildings like right around it. You can walk up inside it. The entire like floor is of like the arena is gone, so you can just see down into like the catacombs below it where they would like hold like animals in cages and stuff. And it was fascinating.
That's incredible, man.
Maybe want to watch Gladiator.
Dude, I watched it a week ago, so
Really?
I'm all set. Yeah. Great movie, though.
I've only seen it once, but I should have watched it again. But
you should watch it tonight.
Yeah, why
there you
not?
go. We're watching it tonight, Hank. All right?
Yeah, Gladiator. Yeah, if anyone else wants to join, 244.
There you go.
I'm not giving out my address.
Yeah, don't do that.
246 Bathgate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's my address. Some poor soul's going to get
go all the way down
tonight.
Yeah, they will not find this place. So, yeah, no way.
All right. Well, Tyler, thank you so much for coming on, man. I hope you have a great time abroad next year, and I really appreciate you telling me about charity and stuff. It sounds like awesome work. Everyone go check that out. It's do some good, you know. It's a great cause.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, listen on iTunes, Spotify, all of that, and I will see you in a couple days.